SPM Live, subscribe, we speaking boxing. SPM Live, subscribe, we speaking boxing. SPM Live, subscribe, we speaking boxing. Kenny, yo, let's be speaking boxing.
What's going on, fans? This is Kevin Tesby Boxing. For request, subscribe. Let's speak boxing. I know it's been quite some time since I created a video with the background and stuff like that, but I've been busy. You know, George the Boxing Genius has been keeping up this channel for the most part. He's been doing post-fight, pre-fight, complete predictions. I've been interviewing him, stuff like that. But I need to get back in the swing of things and discuss some boxing. You know, November's coming up, some big fights are coming up and stuff like that. And I just want to talk some boxing and shit like that. You know, you got Danny Garcia, you got the Keith Thurman, you got that whole drama. You had the Triple G versus Kelbrick, you got that whole drama. You got the Andre Ward versus Kovalev, you got that whole drama. You got Floyd Mayweather Jr. in retirement. Who knows? He's going to come back for his 50th fight to beat Marciano, you know, whatever the case may be. You got Manny Pacquiao coming out of retirement. You still got the Timothy Bradley. You got, you know, just a bunch of shit going on, man. I can't wait till my boy Gamboa get back, man. Anyways, I can't wait to see Gamboa get back, man. I seen Arizlandi Lara. I want to see him fight. I want to see Gamboa fight. And fucking Charlo brothers step into the ring against Lara. I know Lara, that's your boy and shit like that, but Charlo, that's some paper champs right there. But anyways, that's here or there. But you got Danny Garcia sitting there saying that November his fight against Vargas, not Jessie Vargas, some bullshit ass Vargas who's lost to Earl Spence. Even though that Danny Garcia went ahead and said, "Hey, Earl Spence, I'm not gonna go ahead and fight you because you got to pay your dues, you got to pay your credit, you got to wait in line." But in the end, you're gonna go ahead and fight somebody that Earl Spence already beat and knocked out. Come on, man. That's some bullshit. You're cherry picking, bro. You know, there's a bunch of, you know, I hate to sit there and say cherry picking and shit. What it is, man. I'm going to stay transparent. I'm not going to sit here and just, you know, stay humble, stay business oriented. You know, I'm not doing this shit for money. I'm gonna call it for what it is. Danny Garcia, you're cherry picking. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. You completely contradict yourself. You constantly contradict yourself from what your father's saying, what you're saying. You know, you say whatever it is. You know, you're doing your thing and stuff like that. I think you're a solid fighter. I think you're a legitimate fighter, but I think you're taking the easy route, man. Come on. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to knock on you. I know it's your bread and butter. I know you got a family, you got a new baby and stuff like that. By all means, you're Puerto Rican, but that shit don't have nothing to do with me. But anyways, by all means, do what you do best and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you cherry pick, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to fight against Earl Spence. You still got the Timothy Bradley. You can sit there and say what you want against. You had Andre Berto, but yet you fight some bullshit guy. You know what I'm saying? That shit doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Say what you want. But anyways, like George the Boxing Genius says, you know, you're a paper champ, man. How you going to sit there and you're going to win a belt? You got Timothy Bradley, you got Manny Pacquiao. They should have won that belt, even though that's Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s belt. But you versus Robert the Ghost Guerrero, come on, man. You should have won that belt. But anyways, you're going to sit there and say that November this is going to be the best fight. Who the fuck are you, and who the hell is this Vargas guy at the welterweight division? You know what I'm saying? The fight that I want to go ahead and talk about November 5th is going to actually, November 5th, is going to be at the Thomas Mack Center at Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be Manny Pacquiao. You know, it's good to see Manny Pacquiao back, even though he came out victorious victory against Timothy Bradley. He beat Timothy Bradley. It's nice to see him come back. You know, even though he retired after that fight, he came back. You still got Floyd Mayweather Jr. 49-0. He's coming back from his. I know he's going to come back. There's no way this guy's going to be 49-0 and not try to beat Marciano's record. Let me go ahead and pour myself a drink. But anyways, what we're going to go ahead and talk about, we're going to talk about this fight. It's nice to see the different shifts in generation and stuff like that. It's nice to see boxing, you know, talking boxing in this era. Right now, the top stars and stuff like that, like I said, generation shifts. It's nice to see the Danny Garcias, the Keith Thurmans, the Earl Spence, the Crawfords, the Chocolitos, even though Miguel Cotto, Canelo's rising star coming out. You got your Cotto, you got the Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s, you got the Manny Pacquiao's, who are the top dogs right now. The cash cows making the most money and stuff like that. They're already at their end of their career. It's nice to see, and a lot of speculations. A lot of people thought that Floyd Mayweather Jr. without Manny Pacquiao, without Miguel Cotto, the boxing is completely dead. You know, you still have your Kovalev, you still have your Andre wards and stuff like that. You still have your like I said, your Keith Thurmans, your Danny Garcias, you got your Cal Brook versus Chipper G. Chipper G's a big ass fucking star right now. It's nice to see guys like that completely revive boxing. So it's crazy to sit here because I've been backing it up between the Manny Pacquiao versus the Floyd Mayweather Jr. That's always been the discussion. No matter what you talked about, it was always Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. It was always the Miguel Cottos. It was always the Antonio Margarito. It was always the Paul Williams and shit like that when Miguel Cotto was still undefeated. It was crazy, man. It's just a generation shift, When Tito Trinidad completely beat De La Hoya, at that time there was a generation shift, and you had your Sugar Shane Mosleys, you had your De La Hoyas that completely dominated. You got your Prince Naseems that completely dominated, which is one of my top fighters, by the way. Prince Naseem, hands down, nobody did that shit like him as far as talking smack and doing what he do is being flamboyant, flashy, and shit like that. But anyways, what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about November 5th, Jessie Vargas versus Manny Pacquiao. What's going to happen in that fight? Manny Pacquiao got 60. He's 58-6, 6 losses and stuff like that. Anyone that don't know boxing, look at the 6 losses. They see Jessie Vargas 1 loss against Timothy Bradley, which was a unanimous decision. If you don't know boxing, you'll sit there and say, okay, Jessie Vargas is a champ. He only got 1 loss. I'm going to Jessie Vargas. He's younger. He's taller. He only has 1 loss. But, you got this Filipino dude. He's smaller, 58 wins, 6 losses. He's older. He's not the champ. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for Jessie Vargas. Man, whatever, dude. This motherfucker got so much skill. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. got so much skills that even if they were to come back to the 147 welterweight, they'll completely fucking dominate, man. Manny Pacquiao versus Jessie Vargas, he's gonna knock the motherfucker out, hands down. Manny Pacquiao, after that fight, he's gonna take on Timothy Bradley. He's gonna knock him out. Hopefully, he'll knock him out again. I mean, he'll knock him out. He beat him, unanimous decision. This was early in April and stuff like that. He lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr. He beat the dog shit out of Chris Algieri. Beat the absolute dog shit out of Chris Algieri, even though it was a unanimous decision. But he beat the shit out of Chris Algieri. He beat the shit out. He redeemed himself and beat Timothy Bradley, even though Timothy Bradley said he twisted his ankle, whatever the case may be. He beat the dog shit out of Timothy Bradley. He beat the dog shit out of Brandon Rios. He got that lucky knockout against Juan Marquez. I think that knockout Juan Marquez, I know the Floyd Mayweather Jr., I know he bought some time on that, but I think that was just like 4 years ago or whatnot. And he got robbed by Bradley. He beat Juan Marquez. He beat the dog shit out of Shane Mosley, and Shane Mosley got knocked out. Looked at him like, holy shit, this little Filipino dude. He beat the. That was a scary fight. Antonio Margarito puffed his eye up. Miguel Cotto ended up coming back and coming out victorious, but his eye was all fucked up. Beat the dog shit out of Joshua Clottey. I think he threw like 1,000 punches against Clottey, and Clottey, all he did was block. His corner, I remember his corner was just like, dude, you got to throw punches. And he was just like, yo, Manny Pacquiao's throwing too many punches. He beat the shit out of Miguel Cotto. I never seen Miguel Cotto lose that bad like he did against Manny Pacquiao. But no, I take that back. Against Antonio Margarito, Miguel Cotto, he was all fucked up. But then again, it was the hand wrap situation. He, I think it was, what the fuck was it, 2009, some shit like that, in 2010, 2009, he did that vicious knockout against Ricky Hatton. That shit was the craziest knockout. And at that point, you had Mayweather that beat De La Hoya, you had Mayweather that beat Ricky Hatton. Mayweather didn't fight Miguel Cotto. He didn't fight Clottey. He didn't fight Margarito. He ended up fighting Sugar Shane Mosley. But at that point, it was that era of boxing, which was pretty cool. Every time Mayweather fought somebody, Manny Pacquiao came out and put on a devastating performance and looked better and ended it early. Like the De La Hoya completely fucked him up. Even though the weight difference was completely different. The Ricky Hatton fight, the Sugar Shane Mosley fight and stuff like that. It was nice at that era of boxing. But anyways, I could sit here and talk boxing all day, but what do I see? What's going on with Jessie Vargas? Who the fuck is Jessie Vargas? You know, Jessie Vargas, he got that one loss. You know, Jessie Vargas does have 28 fights. He's lost one time, decision against Timothy Bradley. Yes, he came out victorious against Saddam Ali, which was undefeated early on this year. I think like in March or something like that, February or March. But Saddam Ali was a solid fighter, but Saddam Ali is not a Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, like, and stylistically, what does Jessie Vargas bring to the table? Jessie Vargas is like he's a rough fighter. Is he quick? Is he fast? No. Is he something different that Manny Pacquiao hasn't seen? No. What's his advantage? Is his youth and his size. Other than that, I see Manny Pacquiao just completely outboxing him. Just completely dominating him, taking the fight. I mean, taking the belt. And right now, what we need to speak about after this fight, who's Manny Pacquiao going to go ahead and fight? Because if he fights Keith Thurman, he's going to beat the dog shit out of Keith Thurman. If he fights Danny Garcia, he's going to beat the dog shit out of Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia doesn't have the style to beat Manny Pacquiao. Now, Earl Spence, yeah, perhaps. But other than that, everyone else in the welterweight division cannot beat Manny Pacquiao. Anyone else in the welterweight division cannot beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. if he was to come back. The only person I would say is a threat. His name's Earl Spence Jr. Yeah. Crawford, I would love to see that fight. After this fight happens, even though I know Manny Pacquiao wants to take on a Floyd Mayweather Jr. and stuff like that, go ahead and retire and let the generation go. I just want to see Crawford fight Manny Pacquiao just because you have all these boxing fans, these so-called analysts and stuff like that discredit Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao beat the dog shit out of Crawford, man. Crawford won't know. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. But people don't understand how quick Manny Pacquiao is. He's in and out. He fights, his head movement, his feet movement. He punches in different angles. That shit'll fuck any fighter up. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, age definitely slows down people. But I know you see the eyes are glossy and shit like that, so I'm kind of tipsy right now. But yeah, they're glossy as shit right now, as I see myself on camera. Well, anyways, guys, this is Kenneth. That's me unboxing for request. Subscribe. What's my official prediction right now for this fight? Manny Pacquiao is going to knock this dude out in 7 rounds. Within 7 rounds. Matter of fact, I'll say within 6 rounds. Stoppage. Hands down. Anyways, guys, and what's next for Manny Pacquiao? Manny Pacquiao could take on a Floyd Mayweather Jr. But Floyd might sit back and take on Danny Garcia because Danny Garcia is taking on this Vargas and then they're sitting there saying Keith Thurman. Man, I don't think that fight's going to happen. But anyways, guys, it's Kenneth. That's unboxing. Firm request, subscribe. Have a good one.